Howdy everybody. Thanks for joining us on CSI's YouTube station, and thank you for being part of our humongous growth that we've had on social media. I can't believe at my age, 66 years old, and I play so much on YouTube. Well, today we're going to talk about this car. I'll flip the camera around and show you more about it. We're down at the body shop. The car got hit in the back, but I want to tell you a little story about this car. It's a 1970 Pantera. It's got a lot of cool features, and we'll talk about that. But this was the car that I started Tom's Auto Body with. And back then in 1980, Panteras were, they had a lot of problems. A lot of rust problems, a lot of overheating problems. And those problems would be solved by engineers like Gary Hall from Hall Pantera. He loved this car. He raced this car, and he wanted to fix a lot of the issues that the Pantera originally had from 1970 to 1974, and he built a heck of a business. We at Tom's Auto Body would have an opportunity to do all his work for a long, long period of time. But this car was a car that really got me in the door with Gary Hall. When my friend Ron Huff brought me this car, it looked much, much different. Now, the Pantera, like I said before, really wasn't that sought after. It's a super cool car. I always liked these cars as a little boy, but I was a Ford person. My dad worked at Ford. I saw the introduction of the Ford Mustang in '65. So this car was, the next step up from a Mustang, I thought. But this man, Ron Huff, brought me this car, and he says, "Tom, I got a project. I heard you just started a body shop, and I want to see if you can help me." I said, "Sure, yeah, let's look at it." Now I'm hungry. I'm desperate for work. I, just stepped out on my own, and Ron brings me this car. There is a literal tree growing in the center of this car through the roof of this car. That's how much rust was in this car. In the back, there are these big engine tubs that they're the wheel well sections that hold the suspension in the back of the car. They were gone. And it's like, holy smokes, man, this thing is really rusty. But this car would really show Gary Hall that we were serious, not so much about working on Panteras, but that we were seriously interested in working. So I'm glad I had the opportunity to do this car. The rocker panels, were gone, and they are in three pieces. There's an outer, a center, and an inner. And if you don't replace those properly, or if you leave one of those sections rusty, these cars crack right here. Really, really bad, they crack there. It becomes a really weak area on the Pantera if there's any inner rust. But this car right here is 45 years old. This paint job on this car is 45 years old. And I want to talk a little bit about that. A little bit about the technology that was there in 1980. Much, much different than the technology that we have today. This car was painted with acrylic lacquer and top coated with, at the time, a very, very new product called 580S urethane clear. Now, if you're an old timer like me, you know that making lacquer and urethane stick together was almost impossible. But this product, 580S, stuck like glue to this lacquer paint. So you get the depth and clarity of lacquer, which urethanes really didn't have at the time. And then you put a urethane clear on it, and Look at that. Look at how well it held up. The fit and finish on this car is really nice, and this car is driven hard. Hard on a racetrack and hard from, where it normally sits in Arizona to California. The new owners of this car is Ron's daughter and her husband Doug, and they drive this car all over the place. One of the really cool things about this car is how famous it would become. And I can't really show you a picture on why it became famous because it's a little risque, but you can look it up on eBay. It's called Squeaky Clean. This car is the actual Squeaky Clean Pantera. So the story behind Squeaky Clean, I got to tell you, this is so much fun and so neat to think about. Again, I'm young at this time. I'm 20 years old when this car comes in the shop. It takes a couple of years to finish this car, but by 1982, a lot of people are looking at this car, and one was this person who created the poster Squeaky Clean, and that's on eBay, the one I was talking about. He calls me up and he says, wow, I really like this car. Do you think the customer would let me do a poster? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I'll call him. So, I call him and, Ron's like, okay, as long as I can get some posters for it. Because we were having to pay a lot of money to have cars, made into posters, big giant pictures. I know we did some cars for Bud Williams at the time, and there was a poster made on that car, and he had to pay a lot of money to have, that big of a picture made in 1980. So the deal, I guess, was that, Ron would get some posters, and he did. He got tons and tons of posters. But, when Terry was here and we were talking about it, it would have been nice if Ron would have gotten some residual on the actual poster because it became so famous. So the photographer says, hey, drive it up here to Hollywood. So I drive it to Hollywood, and it's in a really, really bad part of town. And I say, okay, this is scary. I've got a fresh Pantera here that maybe somebody wants to steal it from me. But that didn't happen. We pull it into this garage, and it's really tiny, just a tiny little tiny garage. And there's this girl there, and she's dressed like you see in the poster, and they make the poster Squeaky Clean. I just like, oh my gosh, it was crazy. It was so crazy. But this car becomes really famous because of that poster. I love the color combination. This was Gary Hall's color combination that he had on a Pantera, and Ron really liked it. But this color combination becomes very, very powerful, at least in notoriety, to the Pantera community because of that poster. So check it out, everybody, and stay with us the next few weeks. We're going to do some bodywork and paint on this car, and that will be on another channel called Pro Paint and Body that I have. We've got some issues with the car that we want to fix because it has been raced. When you race a car like this, they bottom out, when you're going fast and you run into bumps, and one of those issues is right here. It dragged the edge of the tire, and then the tire comes up and hits right there. But overall, wow, I'm really happy how well this car's held up. Look at how sharp the edges are. This is, when I was a kid, the beginning of our restoration days, we overemphasized those straight edges, and later we would knock that down a little bit so they weren't quite so sharp, because if you're a polisher, you know how easy it is to burn an edge with, when you have sharp lines like that. So we always round them off a little bit more. We make them super straight when we're blocking the car, but then we knock them off just so they hold more paint so that, they last a long, long time. But we always guaranteed our paint jobs for the life that customer has the car. And I'm happy to say that 45 years later, these materials really did hold up. We always tried to use the best materials, never cut any corners on that, because the most expensive part of doing a restoration is clearly redoing a restoration, and you never want to do that. Labor and material is really expensive today, so you never want to do that. Tammy at Revolt, I'm going to ask her to help me with the color match on this. It's basically a Guards Red, Porsche 027, but we'll take off a part of the car, send it to Tammy, and have her match it for us so we get the color right on the money. Really important, again, really important for doing spot work. We're going to do a blend right here, and then we've got about 3 fenders that kind of stuff is going on. So thanks again, everybody, for listening. Thanks again for joining us on our YouTube journey. We're over 100,000, hoping to go for 200,000 now, and it is growing very fast. And I just want to thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. If you got any questions about anything we're talking about, please comment, and I'll try and get right on those questions and answer them too. So thanks again, everybody. Bye.